So you've made the decision to move to Austin, Texas. Well, part of that process is going to be figuring out where exactly you want to live. In this video, we're going to be talking about the pros and cons of living in Georgetown, Texas. Stay tuned.
Hey guys, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. My name is Wayne, this is Jay. We're the Brandis Properties Group. We're both licensed realtors here in the state of Texas, and we love making these videos for you. But what we love more is for y'all to reach out and for us to help you with any of your real estate needs. Feel free to give us a call, text, email, days, nights, weekends. Our information is in the description below.
While you're at it, hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell, and slam that like button.
Without further ado, let's get this video rolling.
Let's roll. All right, guys. Pro number one, the property types. There are so many different types of property types here in Georgetown, Texas. You've got your farm and ranch, which is going to be like your acreage properties. You've got your neighborhoods, you've got your fancy neighborhoods, you've got your gated communities, you've got golf course communities, you've got condos, townhouses, apartments, you name it, you can find it here. Heck, if you wanted to buy a big piece of land and go put a tent on it, you could probably find that too.
Yeah, you're right. And the price range is anywhere from $275 to $2.75 million. So there's something for everybody here in Georgetown.
Absolutely.
Right. Pro number two, the community. Georgetown is a very family-oriented town. You see a bunch of families on the weekends at the lake, walking around the square.
Yeah. You guys go down, you guys come to Georgetown, you'll go into some of the neighborhoods. You'll notice that you'll see block parties. Did you say block parties?
No.
There'll be block parties, like 4th of July. You'll see all the neighbors getting together, doing the firework thing together. Year round, pretty much. There's different times of the year where people are getting together in their communities. Sometimes you'll see streets blocked off, so that way the kids can roam around and play in the streets, and you don't have to worry about cars coming through. It's just got a great family feel to it. With the parks, you come out on the weekend, you'll see families having picnics, playing in the river, you name it, they're doing it. One of the big things around the holiday time is down in Georgetown Square. They dress that thing up with lights everywhere, and you'll see families out there gathering and walking around the square, eating at the different restaurants, things like that. Great, great, great city to live in if you're a family-oriented person.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Pro number three, the square itself. We talk about the square in some of our Georgetown videos a lot because it really, really is a main attraction for the city.
It's a great place to spend the time, and I know it's super repetitive, but you guys gotta come check it out yourselves to see how awesome it is. You know, you can go to the wineries, grab a glass of wine, and it's where families like to spend time. As more restaurants move in, it's continuously growing.
Yeah, there's some great places to eat there. There's a candy shop. You can pretty much spend a day kind of cruising around the square. It's not a huge spread out area, but it's big enough to where you could come down. There's a lot of things to do, and it's small enough to where you could park in one spot and walk it all.
Pizza.
Oh, the pizza. There's a good pizza place down there. Give us a comment below and we'll tell you what it is. Not giving it away. But yeah, Georgetown Square, in addition to all the things that it has to do, the feel down there, it's got a very historic feel to it. A lot of the buildings, they're older, like early 1900s, maybe even late 1800s. They're just older buildings, a lot of history down there, And also really close to the square is the Monument Cafe. I'll tell you about that one because that place has been featured in some of those diner type shows with Guy Fieri, and Matthew McConaughey went down there with him on one of the shows. A lot of good places to eat down in the square, a lot of places to hang out. So the square itself is really an attraction for Georgetown. All right, pro number 4. Georgetown, while it still has a little growth, it's very, very, very well established. You'll find that when you go into most of these neighborhoods, you're going to find mature, like 40-foot trees. There's trees everywhere. A lot of nature, hike and bike trails that you can go on. And the parks, when we say parks, you guys have to see these parks to appreciate them. They are huge, huge parks. They've got sporting fields. They've got playscapes for the kids. One of the parks, the San Gabriel Park, has the San Gabriel River running through it. You can go down there and feed the ducks on the weekend. Really just, and there's a lot of space, so it doesn't ever get too crowded to where you feel like, man, I just don't want to be here. Yeah. There's nothing worse than going to enjoy a day at the park and feel like you just have to keep everything all crammed into your little space. They're just spread out, big, huge parks.
Right, pro number 5. Property taxes. Typically, Georgetown has somewhat of a lower property tax compared to other suburbs of Austin.
Yeah, and it'll vary from neighborhood to neighborhood, just like everywhere else around here. But yeah, well, Wayne said, typically Georgetown's known for having a little bit lower property taxes than the surrounding cities. Hey guys, that's money in your pocket, right? Okay, on to cons. Con number 1. Can't make a video like this of pros and cons without mentioning the weather. Guys, we're out here today trying to shoot this video for you, and we've been dumped on, poured on
several times.
That's why we're in the car right now. Normally we like to be outside shooting these videos, but man, and I will tell you, and I don't know if there's some like scientific reason behind this. I think it's just some places have a magic bubble. But anytime a storm comes to this area, Georgetown always gets it, even if it's not raining across the street. And that's the funny thing about Texas weather. They always say, if you don't like the weather, stick around 10 minutes and it'll be different. However, in Georgetown, you're getting the storm.
Right. Con number 2, traffic. Like most cities, Georgetown's traffic is pretty busy. So don't expect it to be clear every day. Exception, today's a holiday, but still people are out and about, going to eat.
Even in the pouring rain. Even in the pouring rain, there's people out walking around in the square.
Yeah, on the square
there's 2 crazy guys out there shooting videos too. Yeah, IH-35 guys runs through Georgetown just like it does some of the cities around it, and that creates a lot of the congestion in traffic.
Yeah, proximity to Austin as well. You're not obviously as far as like Gerald, per se, is farther up north, but to get into Austin, it's going to be about 20 to 40, depending on traffic.
I think 20. If you're doing 20, you're flying.
Yeah, 20 is driving fast, but typically about 30, I would say then, on average,
Yeah.
to get into town, depending on, I-35 and how congested it is.
Yeah, it's still close enough to commute, but it's gonna be a little bit longer of a commute
Compared to like Round Rock or...
Yeah, you're just adding
Cedar
a little
Park.
bit more distance there.
Yeah.
All right. Con number 4, the nightlife in Georgetown. You're not going to find a whole lot of it, with the exception of going to a restaurant to eat or maybe hanging out on the square for a little bit. There's still things to do. Mainly, I'd say, for families, if you're into that family feel. As far as like going out for a night on the town to party, things typically shut down around 10 or 11, maybe at the latest. You may get that restaurant that's open till 11, but for the most part, there's really not a whole lot of nightlife in Georgetown.
Yeah, so I agree. If you're so that can be like a pro or a con, the way you look at it. If you're more family oriented, it's a pro. You don't want the partiers out, and if you're single and want to party every weekend or something, Georgetown probably isn't the place for you.
Georgetown's not for Wayne. He's a party animal. If you're more like me, older, family, Georgetown's great. But I mean, and keeping that in mind, if you wanted to go out and party, I guess you could go into Round Rock, which would be the closest place. Or if you wanted to really hit like 6th Street or something like that, downtown Austin, like Wayne said, with the traffic thing, you're looking at probably a good 30 to 40 minute drive to get down there.
Yeah.
All right. Con number 5 of living in Georgetown, Texas. I really can't think of con number 5. Guys, overall, Georgetown's a great place to live. I wouldn't steer anybody away from, that's the bad word to use. I wouldn't tell someone to consider somewhere else for any of the cons that we've listed today, guys. It's just a matter of if it fits your lifestyle or not.
Simple.
It comes down to your lifestyle. There's really no 5th con, guys. I mean,
depending on what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Like you said, Georgetown is the place to be.
Alright, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Ring the bell, like Wayne likes to say. Tap that notification bell. Smash that like button. Reach out to us days, nights, weekends. Again, our contact information's in the description below. Wayne, you got anything you want to add?
No. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.
Catch you later.